There's a type of pain that never leaves you. I can't imagine anything deeper than losing someone you love, knowing it could have been prevented. Imagine finding out the person who killed your daughter, your wife, your sister, was someone who never should have been here in the first place. Not because they were born in the wrong country, not because of the color of their skin, but because the system failed. Failed to vet, failed to track, failed to protect, and all the while we're told to stay quiet. That talking about this makes us hateful, that asking questions makes us racist. But what about the families left behind? What about the moms who tuck in one less child at night? Or the fathers who blame themselves for not protecting their baby girl? When it was supposed to be the country's job. We pay taxes, we follow the law, and in return we're told that our borders are secure, that our streets are safe, that diversity is our strength. But strength doesn't look like untracked entries. It doesn't look like a brutal attack on a mother of 5 taking a walk. And it definitely doesn't look like grieving families being told to have compassion for the killer while they bury their daughter. This has never been about where someone comes from. It's about what we allow once they get here. Every country has crime, but when we invite in the danger, when we ignore the warning signs, when we refuse to report truth because it might make someone uncomfortable, we're not protecting people. We're setting them up to become victims. If the roles were reversed, would your outrage sound different? If it was your daughter, wouldn't you want someone to say something? This isn't a partisan issue. This is about one promise every country is supposed to make to its citizens. You will be safe here. I genuinely think a lot of people forget how this country actually runs. Canadians pay taxes, like a lot of taxes, on every paycheck, every purchase, every property, and every service. And all of that money is supposed to go towards the things we need, like healthcare, infrastructure, public schools, law enforcement, social programs for the elderly, disabled, and struggling families. I'm proud to live in a country that can lend a hand to people in crisis. I love that we're the kind of people that want to help others. We've hit a point where we're not just helping anymore, we're sacrificing. Mass immigration, especially when it's poorly regulated, starts to cost more than it gives back. Newcomers often need access to free housing programs, healthcare, education for their children, legal aid, language training, job placement assistance, and that's not cheap. And most aren't paying into the system right away. Not because they're lazy or because they don't want to, but because they're just starting over. That puts the weight back onto the shoulders of the people who are already struggling to afford groceries, housing, and gas. And let's be honest, if you speak up about it, they'll call you hateful. But it's not about hate, it's about limits. My boys went to school with kids who had moved here from Nigeria. Their story was incredible, and I was so proud that my country could help people when they've run into trouble in their own country. I'm all for helping as many people as possible before it hits the point of affecting Canadian-born citizens. That's when it becomes too much. You can call me selfish for feeling this way, but I call it living reality. I wish we could help everyone. I truly do, but we have to face reality. There's a tipping point, and the more we ignore it, the closer we get to losing the country we're trying to share. If you crash a lifeboat trying to save too many people, everyone drowns. We can share for others and still set boundaries. That's not racism, that's responsibility.